We're here at Ciro's restaurant. It's October 16th, and we are speaking with John W., who is going to share his Woonsocket story. Could you tell us about a favorite memory or memories of your life in Woonsocket?
I'd have to say my favorite memories are when I was younger, growing up in East Woonsocket. Two parts to that. One is being from a large family, one of 10. A lot of what we did revolved around ourselves because we were like a group of friends all in one household. But in terms of place, the most important place for us, we lived on Mendon Road, where I grew up mostly on Mendon Road, and everything as children revolved around going to Cass Park. And everything we needed was there. We had the playground, we had the ball fields, we had, as a matter of fact, one of the slopes from the upper area to the lower area had no trees, so it was a perfect place to go sledding in wintertime. You could do any activity you wanted there. And if you were adventurous and actually went up on the hill near the Quonset huts, you would see that originally when it was designed it had fireplaces and picnic tables so that families could gather there and have picnics and cookouts out there in the park, much the same way that they had them up at Diamond Hill Park. And I think, so I'd have to say that Cass Park was the center of everything for us, except, when you go riding your bike, you might go outside of that area, but that was really the focal point for us, to do everything we needed to do growing up.
Okay, thank you. What do you like about living in Woonsocket?
What I like about living in Woonsocket is quiet. I live in a nice neighborhood. It's quiet up in Vernon Heights. It's affordable. It's nice neighbors. We have, you can develop relationships with the people you live amongst. And I think that feeling or sense of a neighborhood still exists in certain parts of the city, and I happen to be fortunate enough to live in one of those sections. So I would say that's really the thing that I like most about it, is that feeling of neighborliness that comes with that area of the city.
Okay, great. What do you find challenging about living here?
The challenge to living here is, I think, watching Woonsocket try to transition to something I don't think as a city we've identified quite yet. We all know what our history is or was, and many people take great pride in where we've come from, and that's a good thing. But I don't think we have a firm grasp of what it is we want to be in the next 20, 30, or 40 years, and I think the challenge is in listening to folks talk about these things. Many people want to go off in many directions, and there are many people who have differing views of what to do with the downtown or what to do with the Diamond Hill Road section of the city. There's a lot of economic challenges to the city that need to be addressed, and so the challenge, I think, is trying to recognize an identity to the city and decide what it is we're going to become, whether it's more of a residential or more urbanized, or find some blend that works with some sound economic base. And that's a difficult challenge for us.
Okay. What would you do to change Woonsocket?
I think if I could do anything, it would be taking certain parts of the city to create what I would consider an entrance to Woonsocket. We've never been connected to the major highway systems, and so we've tended to develop an island quality to us where everything goes by us or around us, and there is no main road coming into the city. And what I think of a way to get into the city in the future would be changing Cumberland Hill Road to be an extension of Route 99 more so. That would have a more highway quality to it. It would have to require widening it significantly so that as you came into the city and you came into the Hamlin Avenue Bridge area, you would be literally entering the city, and you could go this way to a commercial area, you could go this left to a governmental area, and it would bring you here. Right now, I don't see us having an entrance, a place for people to identify as the way to get to Woonsocket, to be there for the Stadium Theater, the library, the Museum of Work and Culture, or St. Anne's. It's not that easy to do or identify. So if I could change anything, I would strip out Cumberland Hill Road, and I would turn it into a major thoroughfare that would be the entrance to Woonsocket, Rhode Island.